50, partly cloudy tonight, low 25. For tomorrow, cloudy skies, high 38, partly cloudy 45 on Friday. For Saturday, evening showers, high 42, and for Sunday, chance for snow with a high 28. Overnight low was 36. Yesterday's high was 56. Currently, humidity at 80%. Winds are calm. The pressure at 30.13 and holding. Overcast skies, 41 right now at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. And now time for morning coffee for a Wednesday. Morning coffee brought to you by TTT Designs in Fairfield. They can bring your design to life. Stop in and let TTT Designs complete your vision. Custom printing available on shirt size newborn through 5XL. Visit them Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 1411 West Main in Fairfield.
Good morning.
Is that a pregnant pause?
Yeah, well,
you know.
Someone had to press the button. Press the button, Mark.
Well, you just jumped in too quick.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well,
I don't move that
I'll
fast
I'll give
after
that
a late night.
Well, I'm going to tell you
home
something.
From Vandalia.
I didn't move very fast last night. Let me just tell you the story. I went. By the way, it's KO Wednesday.
Yeah.
Ken Odie
Good morning.
here.
Good morning.
The provocateur, Ken Odie, is here with us for the next hour. So I go to work out last night at the Bobcat Den.
Yeah.
So I leave around 7, and so I've got you on the radio,
Right.
you and Jeff.
Yeah.
And
we appreciate it.
Not a problem. I feel obligated. Nonetheless, I'm listening, and when I get out of my pickup truck in the parking lot, the mules are losing.
Yeah, it's 5-2.
Okay, so 5-2. When I get in on the treadmill and tune my headset back to the radio station,
Yeah.
I had to wonder if it was the same game. I mean, it was like a 16-0 run, and all of a
18-0 run.
the game that game was over.
Yeah.
Whenever
They-
you see a running clock in a sectional
And
game,
I reckon they did not have the running clock last night.
they didn't.
No.
Why not?
Does not.
I don't know.
Does that not apply to postseason?
I'm assuming not. So anyway,
Anyway, they just whooped 'em.
It was 5-2,
Right?
and Fairfield, the Mules go on an 18-0 run, and they finish out the half on a 33-6 run, and then they start the third quarter with a 10-0 run.
Yeah, they got them back on their heels early. It was
Yeah.
impressive.
It was impressive.
Beautiful.
Place to see a gym. And by the way, I ran into an official friend of mine last night.
Yeah.
And after the game, he stopped me and he said, and he was one of the officials at the game. And he told me, he goes, man, they're fun to watch. They're fun to
when they're
watch.
playing defense,
And he
they
said,
are, aren't they?
They're good.
Yeah. The whole key seems
I
to
just
be
wanted to throw that in. Okay.
the defense seems to be the key, right?
Yeah, defense. Well, you know what the coaches say. Offense scores.
Yep, yep.
Defense wins.
That's right.
You got a call?
Yeah, we do.
All right.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Hey, Mark and Mike.
Hey.
Here recently, there was another birthday of a former high school basketball coach besides Bonnie Norn, Kent Lewis, who coached at Louisville and previously at Mills Prairie. And I think he was from the Grayville area.
That's
I'm
right.
not absolutely sure on that.
I think that's
but,
right.
How old is
he'd be in the 70s. And one thing, the community here, they had that run and gun offense. Well, they said he did not preach defense. Well, you can't have it both ways. You can't. Well, Northern Illinois was doing that like the coaches back in the 60s. They had that run and gun,
Right.
Cheryl Hanks of
Oh,
Quincy.
yeah, Quincy,
And,
formerly
you
of Walton
know,
High.
And Kent Lewis's philosophy was we're going to shoot more shots than the opponent and hopefully get to the free throw line.
Right.
Don't turn the ball over a whole bunch, and he coached Darrell Lewis
Right.
and his son Mark Lewis years later, and he had at least one season where he won at least 20 games.
Well, every
he-
coach has his own philosophy, whether or not that's offense or defense. I have to say that listening to you, and I did not hear the game, but I think you're a wonderful. You paint a nice picture, and the picture that I've heard was that against Carmi, they just didn't play the defense that we've seen or you've seen throughout the year.
Had a few, I'm not going to say breakdowns because Carmi had seen them 4 times.
Right.
So Carmi knew how to attack them.
But they came back to life last night
yeah.
defensively.
Oh, yeah.
I saw this one. I think that I needed, because you're not yet of retirement age, and you're not going to quit ever anyway. Ken, you're of retirement age, and so am I, of course. A 64-year-old Texas man mapped out a plan to spend, quote, the golden years in a popular hotel chain instead of a nursing home. Now, think through this with me for a moment. No nursing home for us. We're checking into the Holiday Inn, Terry Robinson said. Robinson said that he came up with the idea to save money. He wrote that the average nursing home costs about $188 per day, but a long-term stay with a senior discount at the Holiday Inn is $59.23 a day. That leaves $128 a day for lunch and dinner in any restaurant we want, room service, laundry, gratuities, and special TV movies.
Does it say what kind of special TV movies?
Not to mention, well, you get a certain age, it doesn't really matter, bud.
Except for Tony Randall.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. He said that the hotel offers a spa, swimming pool, workout room, a lounge. Additional perks include free toothpaste, razors, shampoo, and soap, plus $5 a day in tips. Will, quote, have the entire staff scrambling to help you. Think about this.
I've heard of people doing that on cruise ships.
This guy's doing it as
Yeah.
he said they treat you like a customer, not a patient. I thought that was fascinating.
Yeah.
And I just don't know if I could feel at home
Having
in a
stayed at
hotel.
hotels for a good portion of my life in business, I don't think I could do it.
Don't think so?
Nope.
No, me neither. I'd like to have my own space. You know what I mean?
It's like renting a studio apartment
Other
Yeah.
interesting little things.
with no hot plate stove.
Yeah. You guys are both familiar with the TV show The Munsters?
Yep.
Yep.
1313 Mockingbird Lane.
Maryland passed.
Yes, Beverly Owen. I didn't realize that she was only Marilyn. She was 81 years old at her death. I didn't realize that she was only on for 13 episodes before Pat Priest became Marilyn.
I
Did you
didn't know
realize
that
that?
either.
I
I did
didn't-
not realize
yeah.
that.
She just died here in the last day or two, but I thought
Well,
that
Guys,
was interesting.
our childhood is slowly dying before us. Peter Tork,
Oh, yeah, it's Peter Tork.
now Maryland.
Yeah, yeah. Two things. I talked to State Representative Rodney Bailey this morning about this bill. I just find it very interesting. It is a bill, it is House Bill 3023, and he said, given the environment in Springfield, it is entirely possible that it could pass and get a governor's signature.
And what is House Bill 23?
It amends the Firearm Concealment Carry Act. It adds that any building, real property, or parking area under the control of a church, synagogue, temple, mosque, other place of worship, it adds that to the places where concealed carry of a firearm under the act is prohibited.
Oh.
For a moment, all that does is make, and you know, I've done a little research on this. There's a lot of people that have died in churches over the last 25 years. This makes people sheep.
Church shootings are almost more prevalent than school shootings.
Yes.
I think
nowadays.
there's
I mean,
a common.
you can get mass casualties, and you know they're going to be there on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
And
can have
you know
a
what
building
time?
full.
And
Yes.
you know,
I'm
and
telling.
usually churches are a little more confined than say a school or
Yes.
something.
I'm writing commentary on this afternoon.
You
so
need to.
I'm guaranteeing you that's just too interesting to
And
me.
you know what? If contact your state representative, your state senator.
Absolutely.
Well, Rodney, Representative.
From Louisville?
Yes,
Darren?
yes.
I don't
Darren
think
Bailey?
we have to worry
Darren.
about
Okay.
him.
I'm saying Rodney. Why am I calling him Rodney? I'm thinking of the congressman over in Central Illinois that I knew.
Okay.
No, Darren Bailey. I'm sorry. He's somebody who will stand up against that, but of course he's in the minority.
Yeah.
I did this, Ken, and I just want you to think about this for a second, because as the provocateur of interesting Facebook posts, and I want to hear what you've been doing lately, because you keep it stirred up pretty well.
He's the POF of Wayne County.
Provocateur of Facebook?
Of Fairfield.
Oh, of Fairfield. I went into Indeed. My wife did this first and showed it to me. You go into Indeed, which is the job search, and if you consider that $15 an hour, which will become the new minimum wage,
2025,
gets you $31,200 a year. Then I went in and looked at the available jobs for the Fairfield area, and it was very revealing.
I'll bet.
There were here's a $15 an hour job with Dish Network based in Jeff. Most of these are convenience store at $8.25. So I mean, their income will double. Those convenience stores
pretty much will double. Yeah.
Here is Champ. Champ has an assembler for between $14 and $16. So you know that's not going to stay the same. It's going to have to go up to $20, right?
Yes.
Sales associate. This is at a convenience store, $8.25. $15 to $19 for a construction crew member at Morton Buildings in Fairfield. But the vast majority of these are half as much as what the minimum wage. Mm-hmm. So what do you predict will happen with that bit of information?
We're all going to end up paying for this $15 an hour minimum wage.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom line.
And you know what? It will probably start sooner than later, paying for that $15.
Well, I told you that the only Walmart has already said they're cutting their hours back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think the Walmart out here is doing the same thing.
It's...
But I think it's normal for this time of year. But
True.
Still.
Yes. So, anyway,
you can't sustain it at $15 an hour. The minimum wage is not meant to be a living wage. I don't know why.
It's meant to be a starter wage.
It's meant to be a starter, and then improve yourself. What a novel idea.
Yeah.
Get an education. Go out to Frontier, get some classes under your belt.
I'll be honest
Learn
with
a trade.
I'm not real hip on a 16-year-old who's just entering the workforce
making
more money than I do right now.
I'm there too, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So,
I am too.
All right.
All right. Well, I have the stack of stuff, but I'll do that after we get back.
You betcha.
Back on morning coffee after this.
At Hamilton Memorial Family Clinics, your family's care team is close to home. New family nurse practitioner Danielle Baker will provide the knowledge and attention to guarantee you get the care you need when and where you need it. From routine care to acute needs, Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics have you covered. Plus, same-day appointments are available and a Carmi walk-in clinic on Saturday for those unexpected illnesses. With 7 providers and 9 specialty care clinics, maybe it's time to take another look at Hamilton Memorial Hospital Family Clinics in Carmi and McLeansboro.
How do you look good on a rainy day? UBU Rainwear. Reversible coats with the full hood. Just ask the customers who have purchased UBU. You'll look amazing in the rain. Carnaby's spring collections are arriving daily. Tribal, Multiples, Slimsations, Closehead, Softworks, Charlie B, and Jess and Jane. They invite you to experience Carnaby Square. Personal service and selection is a Carnaby tradition. At Carnaby Square, winter sales are going on. All winter clothing is half off half.
Let Dairy Queen help you crave your hunger. Stop in this month and get a 4-piece chicken strip basket for $4.99. During the month of February, Dairy Queen's Blizzard of the Month is a dipped strawberry. It's made with chunks of Ghirardelli chocolate and strawberry. Need something to do on Monday afternoons? Dairy Queen in Fairfield offers free senior bingo every Monday from 2 to 4. Crave your hunger and spend the afternoon playing bingo. Who knows, you may win a free DQ treat. Visit Dairy Queen 7 days a week. They're open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another Time Capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when the World War II Allies observed the 50th anniversary of VE Day? Connie Chung got the heave-ho as Dan Rather's CBS News co-anchor. Christopher Reeve was thrown from a horse and paralyzed. Thunder Gulch won the Kentucky Derby. Jacques Villeneuve the Indy 500. New Zealand swept away the America's Cup. And here's what was new on the radio.
I'll give you the red light, spell. let her cry. Totally cleansing the heart. It's good to be king. There's a secret garden she has. I tell you you're wonderful. So leave Virginia alone. Why do you want to get me right out?
Okay, when did we first hear all this? The answer and a piece of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Trivent's herbicide has 3 modes of action. That's like a person with
3 different voices, each one that has a different strength.
A different power. 3 different ways to defeat weeds in your soybean fields.
If one doesn't work,
the other one will.
Attack.
Protect.
Yield.
Defeat weeds with the power of 3.
DuPont Trivent's herbicide from Corteva Agriscience, Agriculture Division of Dow DuPont.
Learn more at defeatweeds.com.
May 1995. Tell me, have you ever really ever loved a woman?
Bryan Adams, and Have You Ever Really Loved a Woman? The top song of May 1995. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another Time Capsule.
Hi folks, this is Sandy at Gale Sales and Service. Here in Southern Illinois, we are on the verge of spring. Woohoo! To move out the old and bring in the new, we are having a sale on some of our discontinued items. There are dishwashers, ranges, side-by-side, and top-mount refrigerators and dehumidifiers on the list with up to 20% off. Come in soon and check on these sale items to receive some excellent values. That's Gale Sales and Service at 1605 West Main in Fairfield. Check them out on our website at gilesales.com.
Research shows that on average, 50% of Americans carry cash while 77% carry a smartphone. Wouldn't you love to pay a friend with just a few clicks on your phone? Well, now you can. This is Jessica Sanders at the Fairfield Banking Company, and I'm excited to introduce Spin. Spin is a person-to-person payment option that allows you to send money instantly via our mobile app. Pay your beautician, your babysitter, anyone that has a debit card and smartphone. Give us a call or stop by any of our 4 branches for more details. The Fairfield Banking Company, we're the hometown banks, member FDIC.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? A cool breeze on a scorching day? A cozy corner on a cold night? Or to know every room of the house is as inviting as the next? Comfort means more than just the temperature, and the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts. Call Sam or Kara at Complete HVAC and Plumbing today at 445-3329 or visit their website at completehvac.org.
When it comes to protecting the people you love, you want that protection to last a lifetime. A whole life insurance policy from Country Financial can help you do just that. Take the first step towards protecting your family today by calling me, Steve Thompson. I will help you understand the types of benefits offered with whole life insurance.
Life insurance policies issued by Country Life Insurance Company, Bloomington, Illinois. For cost and complete coverage details, contact Steve Thompson.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area, and at Graber Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graber Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graber Post, 800-264-5013.
You can call in to Morning Coffee at 842-3715 and add your 2 cents. You can also message the crew on Facebook by going to the WFIW Facebook page.
Morning Coffee brought to you by TTT Designs in Fairfield. They can bring your design to life. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 1411 West Main in Fairfield.
I want to remind you about the Quail Upland Game Alliance Liars Banquet. I will be a featured liar. That's coming up on Friday, March 22nd at the Fairfield First Christian Church. $25. Looks like the menu's pretty robust. If you'd like to find out more, you could contact me out at the radio station. I'll be more than happy to hook you up with some tickets. Some world-class liars, and I count myself as one of them. Who knows? I might tell the truth.
I thought maybe the Illinois legislature was going to be there.
I count myself as less of a liar than any of them, quite honestly.
And I'll agree with that because you know what? He can convince anybody he's got hair.
I do, just not much of it.
Follically challenged.
All right, here's the stack of stuff. We learned yesterday about 75-year-old Tony Randall having a 25-year-old wife and then having 2 kids.
Wow.
Yeah. Phyllis was very
impressed. I think she was impressed.
Yeah, I think she was. John Connolly was born on this date in 1917. He died in 1993 at the age of 76. John Connolly.
Former governor of Texas.
Yes.
Shot with Kennedy.
Yes. Mm-hmm. He was a Democrat at that time.
Okay.
And he changed to being a Republican.
I was also thinking of the country singer, John Connolly.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a John Connolly.
Not,
You're right.
Not the same spelling.
No,
though.
he isn't.
Rose-colored glasses.
That's right.
Yep.
He switched to the GOP in 73. He was a front runner. Get a load of this. He could have very easily been President Connolly because he was a front runner to replace Spiro T. Agnew as the vice president on Nixon's list. And Nixon, of course, picked Gerald Ford, and then, of course, Nixon resigned.
And then Spiro said those nattering nabobs.
Of negativism, yes. One of the great quotes of all time.
That is.
Connolly was indicted for taking a bribe to influence milk prices in Texas in 1974, but he had a whole lineup of character witnesses, including Jackie Kennedy and Lady Bird Johnson, and he was acquitted.
So he was skimming milk prices?
Very good. Very good. Okay, 1932.
Only 2%. I'm done.
All right.
I'm done.
Elizabeth Taylor, born on this date in 1932. She died in 2011 at the age of 79. Child actress in the 1940s. One of the most recognizable movie stars of the 20th century. I dare say one of the most attractive women in history.
Yeah.
How about you? You in?
In her prime.
In her prime. In her prime.
In her prime.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's be honest. She was offered $1 million in 1963 to be in Cleopatra. $1 million in 63.
Wow. What would it be like today? 10, 20 million?
Yeah, easily.
Or more?
Let me run through the list of husbands.
I don't know that we have enough time.
Oh, we'll back into it. Let's see here. There were 8 marriages, 7 husbands. You get to pick, when I go through the list, who she married twice, okay?
Okay.
Conrad Hilton was the first husband, so there was a little money there.
Yeah.
Michael Wilding, Mike Todd, Eddie Fisher. That was a scandal because Eddie Fisher was married to Debbie Reynolds at the time.
Yeah.
And Liz stole him away. Richard Burton, Senator John Warner.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
And Larry Fortinsky.
He was the last one.
Larry.
Larry was a carpenter.
Wasn't he about 25 or 30 years old?
Yes, he was. It was almost
he was a handyman, wasn't he?
Yes, well, I think he was. Yes,
right.
he was. Okay, so who did she marry twice?
Eddie Fisher.
No.
No?
Richard Burton.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Yes, Richard Burton.
Richard Burton.
Her big break was National Velvet in 1944. Look at the span of time. 1944, Cleopatra in 63. She had one of the most expensive jewelry collections in the world. In order for you to step up to the plate to try, now I don't know what Larry Fortinsky did, but the rest of these guys, they came with ice in their hands. I'm talking about diamonds, okay? That's how they got to. Now, here's the interesting thing. Back in the 40s, she's only, late teens, early 20s. Okay?
Right, yeah.
Howard Hughes offered her parents 6 figures for her hand as a dowry.
Howard Hughes, he was a little different.
They declined.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, next Christmas, about a month for Christmas, she'll be on TV. What was it? She sells
Yes, she
perfume.
had that perfume.
Yeah.
Same
very
commercials
successful.
have been running for 20 years.
Uh-huh.
Yep. She was a very big buddy of Michael Jackson, if I recall
I
correctly.
think she was.
Beautiful eyes.
Yes, gorgeous eyes. Howard Hessman is 78 today.
Dr. Johnny Fever.
Yes. Also, Police Academy 2, I mean, right up there.
One of the
something.
classics.
That's a classic. You betcha.
One Day at
How
a
many
Time.
Academy Awards did that win?
Very few.
Oh, that's what I thought.
One Day at a Time. He was on the TV show.
Yeah.
And Head of the Class. What was your favorite Johnny Fever episode?
I think the one where he's where they're having the police come in and they see how much it takes.
breathalyzer.
Yeah, the breathalyzer.
And his reaction time increases instead
Yeah.
of decreases. Yeah, I remember that one. That was a great
Well,
one.
thanks for that report, Les. As the turkeys hit the paper.
Oh, it's a classic. Johnny Van Zant, born on this date in 1957. And he is with
Skinnerd.
Yes,
Yep.
he's the younger brother of Ronnie Van Zant.
Had a band of his own too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Van
And
Zant.
Van Zant, that's it. Other brother, Donnie Van Zant, is the lead singer at 38 Special. So the Van Zant's pretty thick.
Yeah.
And finally, Chelsea Clinton, 38 today.
Well,
Boy,
Chelsea's
wow.
38.
39. Make it 39.
39.
39, yes. Isn't that,
Gee whiz.
isn't that interesting? I don't place her that old. Do you?
I wouldn't think so.
Peter Tork dies. Chelsea Clinton's 39.
Yeah. Her net worth is $15 million. The
What'd
only
she-
child
what'd
of Bill
she
and
do?
Hillary Clinton. She is just on a bunch of boards. She used to work for NBC. She did from 2011 to 2014. She worked as a special correspondent for NBC. She has a bachelor's degree from Stanford, graduate work at Oxford and Columbia. She married an Orthodox Jewish man by the name of Mark Mazinski back in 2010. They have 2 kids and 1 on the way.
Really?
Well, congrats to Chelsea.
Yes. Wow. Anyway, that's the birthdays. Let's take a look on this date.
And old Uncle Roger's getting another great nephew. Or
Yes.
Uncle Roger.
Uncle Roger. He was almost the Billy Carter of his time, wasn't he? On this date, 1827, New Orleans held its first Mardi Gras.
And now they're all over the place.
They certainly are.
St. Louis has got one coming
Sure
up.
do.
Yeah. A little town just north of St. Louis that I used to frequent, Warden, Illinois, just off of Interstate 55. Wardy Fest.
Wardy Fest.
Wardy Fest.
All right.
1939, U.S. Supreme Court outlawed sit-down strikes.
Okay.
Never knew anything about that.
To stand up now.
Yeah. 1951, the 22nd Amendment to the U.S. Constitution ratified. Quickly.
What year was that?
1951. That'll tell you what it is. It's post-FDR.
Oh, term limits.
Term limits, yes. 1990, the Exxon Corporation and Exxon Shipping indicted on 5 criminal counts in reference to the 1989 Exxon Valdez oil spill. In 91, George H.W. Bush announced live on television, Kuwait is liberated. In 1998, this is pretty interesting, Britain's House of Lords agreed to give a monarch's firstborn daughter the same claim to the throne as any firstborn son. That ends 1,000 years of male preference.
Yeah. I always enjoy watching that on C-SPAN.
Yes. I love it when the Prime Minister gets up and they're screaming at her.
My right good friend.
Yes. 1970, Jefferson Airplane was fined $1,000 for using profanity during a concert in Oklahoma City.
No.
What year was that?
1970.
70.
70. Here's one that'll just shock you. I think this will shock you right down to your toes. In 1977, Keith Richards, his hotel room in Toronto was raided by Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Richards was arrested and charged with possession of heroin
No.
and the intent to traffic and possession of cocaine. He was released on $25,000 bail. How does this guy live on?
Well, he's preserved.
Clearly.
His head looks like it's worn out 3 bodies.
Really? Keith Richards was involved in drugs?
Yes, I know. That
is shocking.
Here's an
That
even
is a
more.
shocker,
Here's an
man.
even more shocking one. In 1990, Milli Vanilli's Rob Pilatus shared his perspective on life with Time magazine. In the interview, he said, quote, "Musically, we're more talented than in either Bob Dylan or Paul McCartney. Mick Jagger can't produce a sound. I'm the new Elvis. Milli Vanilli.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
They're the ones that...
Didn't they have a little scandal?
Yes, they lip-synced everything they did. They didn't produce anything.
I don't think they even sang anything.
No. And in 1997, James Brown,
the godfather of soul,
asked talk show hostess Rolanda White to marry him during the taping of one of her shows.
And did she accept?
She didn't marry him.
One of my favorite entertainers of all time.
James Brown?
Yes.
Wow.
Get up off of that thing and dance.
I
One
feel
of my
good.
favorites.
Knew that I would now. Don't get me singing.
Dave Land can sing that.
I bet he can.
Absolutely.
He probably knows all the lyrics.
Yes, and the moves.
And the moves.
I'd pay to see that.
I think his cape's in the cleaners. Remember
All
that
right.
Eddie Murphy did the James Brown
it was
Celebrity
great.
Hot Tub?
That was a great
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
That was back when Saturday Night Live was
that's
fun.
when it was fun.
yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, so what kind of stuff what kind of trouble are you getting into on Facebook these days?
Really nothing. I haven't.
Really?
I've been.
What's wrong with you?
I've been busy.
He'd been undercover.
See, I didn't explain my facial hair.
Yeah, I got to hear about this.
Several of us are growing a beard. They used to have a celebration in Fairfield called the Good Old Days, and every downtown merchant, everybody would grow a beard to celebrate it.
Well, that would be really difficult for some, like for instance,
Yeah.
Christy Horny.
Yeah. Well, she'd have to buy a fake one. I think that they should shave their head.
Oh, no.
Anyway, so as a tribute to that, several of us are going to grow a beard to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Fairfield. We'll have a beard contest on the day of the celebration.
For length or bushiness or
several categories.
Oh.
Sparseness.
Yeah, because some people can't do it. They look like
I
billy
don't have
goats.
that problem, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of gray in here, and I have earned every one of them.
I'm looking over at
me.
So you
a
guys already
birded
have
person.
a head
We
start.
got a head start.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. It gets. I mean, this is just enough for me to manage. If I do
Some
the
people
rest
have
of
a
the
beard,
face-
and some people have whiskers.
Right. Well, you think it's going to catch on?
I don't know.
You got anybody else that you've seen that's doing the same thing?
Yeah, but everybody that, young Mr. McDuffie that was after the other day, he's
Yes.
signed on. He already has a beard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brian Williams, Brian Williams is signed on.
I think he should
Already
have
has
to
a beard.
shave and start
over.
Yeah.
Just to make it fair.
Yeah.
I agree.
Everybody shaves at the same time and starts at the same time.
Wow.
Only makes it fair.
Well,
but on Facebook,
no,
not
you
a
haven't
whole
done
lot.
anything.
No, not a whole lot going
You were
on.
at the city council last night. Anything going on there?
15 minutes out the door.
They punched the clock last
It's,
night, didn't they?
You know,
We've moved on from all the. There have been some real neat controversies over the last month or two, and we've moved on, haven't we?
the TIF thing was
The
interesting.
TIF?
The TIF, and they spent $20,000 of it last night to improve the Elliott building.
I don't think anybody's going to complain with that.
No.
That's
Why
a,
should
that's,
they?
a, that's a good use of TIF, don't you think?
Andrew explained that on the back of the building that they couldn't have guttering because the bricks wouldn't hold it. Bricks had fallen off.
Mm.
Well, a while back, one fell off and hit a gas line.
Oh, my.
Ruptured the gas line. So, I mean, it's a safety issue.
Right.
Can you imagine, he mentioned during the Fall Fun Fest, someone's walking down that alley. You're walking down the alley and a brick falls and hits you. There's liability. So, it's getting it all tuck pointed. I mean, anytime you can improve a building downtown, go for it. I'm all for you.
Yes, I'm
But
with you. I'm with you.
He's got a new roof on it. And I think Ryan Rice has already moved in there. Of course, John Robinson's in that.
You mentioned something. We were talking before we went on air. I'm not seeing anything about the closure of Southern Lumber.
I haven't
downtown.
either. And there's a real estate sign on the front of it, and it's the same sign, the same realtor that's selling the Airtex buildings.
Really? So but I mean, one day it was open,
One day it's open, the next day it's closed.
and it had been there for decades and decades.
It's sure. I mean, it looks like there's some finality to it at this point, and that's a shame.
Yeah, well, absolutely, because
It's been there a long, long time.
So that's another loss for
Yeah.
downtown. Quite honestly, what did you think about the news about the new bed and breakfast downtown?
I think it's outstanding.
Yeah, especially
Can't wait.
that beautiful
Can't
architecture.
wait to see it. Absolutely.
Yes. Go ahead.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, I just heard you talking about Southern Lumber. What about Fairfield Lumber? Is it still open?
No, Fairfield Lumber hasn't been open in a number of years.
Okay.
Oh, well, like I said, I haven't been there for a couple
No,
of years.
it's good. I probably think it's probably been 15 years, 10, 15 years.
Been a while.
And it's probably been 20. Because I always say,
last
take.
time I was there, Rebus was still open.
Oh!
Ooh,
Wow.
Rebus.
I've been to Fairfield.
All right. Thanks for calling in.
Another memory that.
Ooh, yeah. Speaking of Rebens.
You're going to open up this one. They're gonna,
Let's speak of Rebens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jillian's Drive-In in Flora.
Yep.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you stop there on the way up?
I did not. We did not stop. What? Of course not. You know we didn't stop there on the way up.
You didn't go through Flora.
We went through Flora. We didn't stop at Jillian's though, but it's pretty close to
It
an
is
old
pretty
Rebens.
close.
Oh, okay.
Remember about Rebens? You pull in out there and you place your order and back up there in the parking lot. And everybody that's ever been there will know this. And, of course, Reben, Donnie Stanley,
right,
would get on the I don't know where he got his PA system, but it was you had an order number.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like Charlie Brown's teacher.
Yeah.
was doing the PA. And everybody'd like to look at each other like, okay, who's going to walk up there?
There's a place in Mattoon, Illinois.
Yeah.
The original Burger King.
Really?
The original Burger King. Not Burger King the chain.
Mm-hmm. Right.
This was mom and pop Burger King.
Got it.
Okay? And you go up to the drive-thru and they give you a number and you pull around to the parking lot. And even in the store, when they call your number, the guy always comes in and he goes, 34, 57. He just drags them out.
That's the one thing I do share with Fairfield. I grew up with the Rebens, but not in Fairfield,
Yeah.
in my hometown. So there were quite a few of them in Southern
They were
Illinois.
all over the place around Southern Illinois.
Friday nights, we'd come to town and do our trading. Trading.
Yeah. You came in the wagon, didn't you?
Get a bag at the family truckster.
You know, the one thing that we did in our hometown was Friday night was when people would get their paychecks, and the bank was the place that happening place.
Yep.
You'd go and cash your check, and in our little one-horse town, there were only 3 cops, and one of them had to do Friday night duty at the bank because they were afraid all that money was changing hands. But
everybody was downtown. Stores were open late.
A different
Downtown
era.
was vibrant. Absolutely.
Yeah, different era altogether. I was looking at this. We talked a little bit earlier about Liz Taylor being a friend to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And we've been talking a little bit about real estate. The one-time Neverland Ranch, you know, where Mike used to hang out with young boys.
And Bubbles and
Yes.
Liz.
Yes, and Liz. It was. It's returning to the market now for $31 million, a dramatic discount from its original asking price of $100 million in 2015.
That is a big discount.
And still, I think $31 million might be a little bit out of the way.
And I think all
Pushing
the,
it a little
the
high, yep.
merry-go-round and everything's gone. Animals are all gone.
Yeah.
All the fun is gone.
Yeah. No giraffes.
The fun is never more.
That's right.
So anyway, it's they slashed it $67 million. Coldwell Banker is doing this. Okay. And they changed it because they said, quote, a price tag of $100 million is not chump change.
Well,
Or
all right.
champ change. Or
Okay.
chump.
All right. We need to take a break.
We'll be back with more morning coffee after this.
And trivia.
Black's Fashion Flowers in downtown Fairfield can make any occasion more special with custom designed floral arrangements and gift items. Check out their selection of Southern Illinois made Ravenswood Hollow soaps and lotions, Fannie Mae candies, Southern Sisters gourmet food items, and clean burning soy candles. Black's also has a wide selection of sympathy items. Plus, they're your home for tuxedo rentals from Jim's Formal Wear. Give them a call at 847-7076 or stop in at 310 East Main. Black's Fashion Flowers, your florist with a personal touch, across from the courthouse in downtown Fairfield.
Simply Enough has discounted certificates on the Big Deal Store. Pair that with a buy one, get one free on select scrubs or the half-price shoes and make your money go further.
Is bad credit keeping you from buying the vehicle you really want? Expressway Credit Express can help.
We have over 1,500 new and pre-owned vehicles in stock, and it's tax time. We'll help get the vehicle that's right for you, plus use your tax refund for a down payment.
Don't let your credit hold you back. It's our job to get you the vehicle you want at a payment you can afford and guaranteed credit approval.
Get your credit on the right track at Expressway Credit Express in Mount Vernon, Indiana.
Hey, this is Jared Voppel at Voppel Home Furnishings in McLeansboro. I'd like to invite you to come down and look over some of this fine furniture, appliances, and bedding we got. I'll make you a deal that you can't stand to walk away from, and we'll finance it or give you a long time to pay for it, no interest. We'll deliver it to you, put it in your house, and if you need customer service, we've got world-class customer service. Come see me, south side of the square, downtown McLeansboro.
Fairfield area weather forecast. Cloudy skies today, high 50. Partly cloudy tonight, low 25. For tomorrow, cloudy skies, high 38. Partly cloudy, 45 on Friday. Evening showers, 42 on Saturday. And for Sunday, chance for snow with a high 28 as things cool down a bit. Overnight low was 36. Yesterday's high 56. Currently, humidity at 80%. Winds are calm. The pressure at 30.13. Right now, partly cloudy skies, 41 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. No precipitation showing up anywhere in Illinois nor in any of the adjoining states.
Lights, camera, action. Time to return to morning coffee on the station listened to, not just heard, WFIW.
Morning Coffee brought to you by TTT Designs right here in Fairfield. They'll design and print your ideas. Let TTT bring your designs to life on items like shirts, coffee cups, car wraps, banners, flags, and more. They're at 1411 West Main in Fairfield. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
We're back. I was just looking. I had a mention of an accident this morning in the Elm River Bottoms on County Highway 2. North Wayne EMS and Sisney Fire were called out. We'll get more information, I'm sure, before noon on that. I also had a couple other messages, but we were regaling each other with more WKRP stories. You know, I got to tell you what, I was teaching broadcasting in the late 80s. Over half of that initial class were there only because they had watched WKRP and decided they wanted to have a fun career that included, of course, and there were some interesting things. And
who's your favorite character?
Les Nessman.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Herb
Tarlick.
What's
your stroke feel like, big guy?
Well, you know, and it's funny. Anybody that's worked in radio for a number of years at different places,
they've found people that characterized.
Yeah,
I'll bet.
Yeah, you bet.
My favorite Les story was there was a tornado that came through Cincinnati.
Yeah,
and turned their tower into a pretzel. I mean, just completely took them off the air.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, the place is kind of, dark downtown. That's not where the transmitter is. Downtown is where the studios are. And Andy, the program director, comes through, and he can see Les in the studio on the microphone announcing. And he's thinking, well, what's the story? We're off the air. We've been off the air for hours. He walks in, and he says, Les, I got to tell you, we've been off the air because of a tornado since noon. And Les said, yes. That was my lead story.
My favorite Lester was at Chai Chai Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Shot 4 under par. Hopefully tomorrow Mr. Rodriguez will be up to par. He always had a Band-Aid on somewhere.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I loved his office with the tape.
Yeah, tape.
Well, I have to tell you, that's the other thing. I was the head of this radio program over in Metro East at the community college. And I had a stall in the restroom that was my favorite stall. Okay. And so if you couldn't find me, the students knew to go to that stall. Okay. And so I went in there one day just to, commune. And I noticed that
Morning
the stall.
Constitutional, was it?
Yes, it was. It was a regular appointment there. I noticed that there was tape on a broken line around the outside of it.
That's good.
And I went back about 5 years ago to that building. The radio station's no longer on the third floor of that building.
And the tape's still there?
Tape's still there. So it's sort of my monument.
A fitting tribute.
Absolutely. I get misty when I see it. So anyway, no, that was a great show, and it's been unduplicated when it comes to what radio is really
well
like.
cast.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because that was exactly how radio was back.
Sure it was.
Back in the old days. I
Yeah.
mean, you always had a DJ who had been everywhere and anywhere, and had been fired everywhere.
Yes.
And
and they were rascals.
Yeah.
And that's what was the attraction to the whole broadcasting deal.
You always had a guy who was a news guy who kind of fit the Les Nessman bill.
Absolutely.
There was always someone. You always saw someone and go, that's Les Nessman right there.
So I got to ask you.
Yeah.
What's going to happen Friday night?
I don't know.
We have Ken. You're
I
a
think-
historian enough to know we've been to the Elite Eight once before, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And I think was that the year that Madison stopped the Mules in the super sectional?
Well, we've been to Champaign
Yeah.
before.
Well, up until they went to the 4-class system, if you made the Elite Eight,
yes,
you went to Champaign
Okay.
or Peoria.
Right.
Now, with the 4-class system, the
super
championship
sectional.
game of the sectional is the Sweet 16.
Correct.
Right.
And the super is the Elite Eight.
Got it.
So we've been here before, but it was always the super sectional. And
Got it.
I think we're talking early 91, 92, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It was Kylie Gwaltney.
That the Mules
Mark
went
Murphy.
to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
That would have been in Champaign still.
Mm-hmm.
So
God, I liked Champaign. I liked
I
going
did
to
too.
the Assembly Hall.
Yeah.
That was a neat event. You didn't like that?
Oh, I loved it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was a great
venue.
place to call a game. You're right there,
Yeah.
half court, right on the sidelines.
Neat
now,
building.
Last time I
it's all
called
about money,
games
though.
from Peoria, they had all the broadcasters on the baseline.
Really? That's hard to call a
That
game
is
that way.
hard.
It's hard to call,
Wow.
and half the time you have an official's butt in your face. You can't see anything.
Did you say earlier that the state's looking at taking over the Illinois High School Association?
They had wanted to form a commission, an amateur sports commission. All they do, they're seeing money.
Oh.
And they would have
I can't believe the state would do anything to improve.
They do such a stellar job handling everyone else's money.
Well, if they take over and all those rights fees and everything that you pay, all that money's going to the schools, right?
Right.
Just like the lottery, right?
But it's
and the casinos.
And I think he's withdrawn the bill, but not to say it can't come back. I mean, IHSA has its issues, but they do a pretty darn good job of operating high school sports in Illinois.
They certainly. And how many other states have an amateur sports commission
don't.
run by the state? They've all got state high school associations.
Right. It would be a commission appointed by the governor,
the
Speaker of the House, and the President of the Senate.
It'd be a political job then.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Absolutely.
right, so we got trivia. You're the guy with the trivia this morning. You think that this is? So we got a call too.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, so with the commissioners and stuff, would Blagojevich be the president of it?
Well, they'd have to go to Colorado into the penal system to be able to get him. I'm afraid.
He's a
All right.
remote president.
Well, here, Font, you never know.
Sure.
Thanks for calling.
All right. So you've got. Can you give us a theme, or is it a?
It's just
a potpourri.
Potpourri.
All right.
All right. Well,
All
we're
right.
ready for you.
Here we go. What does CVS stand for?
Oh.
Our local pharmacy. Their own.
It stands for a very long receipt to me.
Yeah.
I went in there the other day. I mean, I didn't buy much. I
know.
It was 2 foot long. The receipt.
Yep.
That
CVS. Ooh. I don't even know how to guess.
Corrective Vision Services. I don't know.
I don't either.
Consumer Value Store.
Really?
I didn't know that.
No.
All right.
Who'd have thunk?
What is the official snack food of Illinois?
Okay,
We
stop.
have a snack food?
Official.
There's an official everything. You know, the official
What is
bird, the
yeah.
official
snack food of Illinois.
Official snack food of Illinois. Let's think about Illinois for a moment.
Turkey pot pie.
I mean, that's not snack food. That's like that's a meal. That's comfort food.
All right.
That's an entry.
So I mean, snack food. You would have to believe it'd have to be something that's corn or soybean based.
I'm gonna say beef jerky.
I'm all with you. I love beef jerky.
Well, I just don't think Illinois would do that.
All right.
I'm going to say.
Let me give you a hint.
Okay.
Ridgeway.
Popcorn.
Perfect. Home run.
Well, that was a good clue, wasn't it?
Do you you've driven up that way?
Oh yeah. Down that way.
Down that way. Excuse me. There's another place that is on the way to Robinson, St. Francisville.
Yeah. Black Gold. Black Jewel.
Black
popcorn.
Jewel. It's the black
Jewel
popcorn.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. For whatever reason, it's a smaller one.
Kernel.
But it's mighty, and it's very high in fiber. It's supposed to be better for you, I think. But that's where all of that. I love that kind of popcorn.
Well, based on the story you just told from your
fiber index
workings at the community college there, it doesn't sound like you need any extra fiber.
Fiber is important, Mark. Here's a call.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hung up on us.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Question 3. Those things that pass electric current are known as...
I would say...
it isn't wires.
I would say conductors would be the word.
You are correct.
Ding, ding, ding,
All
ding,
right.
ding. Tell him what he's won.
4. Approximately 96% of this park is located in Wyoming.
I have a feeling I know what that is.
Okay.
Well, it's Yellowstone, I would say.
It is Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
Somebody's trying again. Is that us?
I think so.
All
Good
right.
morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Hello? Hello?
must
Somebody
have
just
lost
keeps
him
calling
again,
and
yeah.
hanging up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Question 5. What do Mike Garrett, Billy Sims, and Ernie Davis have in common?
Well, I'd say one, they're running backs.
Yep.
2, I know that Sims was a Oklahoma running back, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Was Billy Sims an Oklahoma running back?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So was no. I was going to say so was Mike Garrett, but no, Mike Garrett. went to
I
USC.
think maybe they were Heisman winners
Yeah, they
as
were
well.
all Heisman winners.
That is correct.
Good.
Okay. In which movie did Humphrey Bogart play Charlie Allnut?
Charlie Allnut.
African Queen.
Correct. You
Very
guys are
good.
on fire.
Very good.
All right. Where's Jeff at?
Jeff, is he back?
I don't think he's here yet.
What is Yoda's last name?
Oh, he would know this.
Oh, he would know that one.
Is Vaughn in the house?
I don't think he is.
Oh, he's probably driving back screaming into the radio.
He is.
What is
I'm sure
Yoda's
he is.
last name?
Smith.
Rosenberg.
Vaughn.
Musgrave.
Musgrave. Simpson.
Oh,
my goodness. Hello.
Oh.
We've got cookies. Oh, and cake?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you. Who do we have?
Brookstone Estates.
Brookstone Estates. Thank
All
you
right.
so much, Robert.
Thanks,
from
Robert.
Brookstone. Hi. And your name is?
Chris.
Chris. Thank you for bringing us food. Our afternoon guy will eat all of it.
Yes, he will.
After we put a big dent into it.
Thank you so much. Brookstone Estates, one of the beautiful places in town, and you do great work. Thank you. Thank you very much for bringing
Thanks,
us
Robert.
food.
Thanks, Chris.
Appreciate it very much.
Hey.
All right, they're going to be on Community Connection tomorrow, so please listen then.
All right. Yoda's last name?
No idea.
Have one he does not.
That's right. It's just Yoda. Yoda.
Have one he does not. I love
All right.
that. That's
what
good.
singer's real name is Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanata? Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanata.
It's got to be a
Lady
Spanish.
Gaga.
Boom!
Hey.
Boom!
Wow. We almost it's like we have the answers ahead of
In the
time.
human body, what is the hallux?
The hallux. The hallux.
Oh, I know what that is.
Go ahead.
It's something in your eardrum, right?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh, man. I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's an ankle bone. which
You're
is connected
closer
to
than he was.
to
Big toe.
Oh, it's the ankle bone that's connected to the knee bone, which of course is connected to the hip bone.
All right. Who sang "Things Go Better with Coke" before switching to Pepsi in the 80s?
He sang. He or she?
He.
He sang "Things Go Better."
I
with
didn't
Coke.
say that. I said who.
Who? Okay.
Who
well,
sang "Things Go Better with Coke" before switching to Pepsi in the 80s?
How about Michael Jackson?
That's what I was thinking too, Michael Jackson.
No, it isn't.
Stevie Wonder?
Nope. Keep going.
Oh, Ray Charles.
Yes.
Ray Charles.
Okay.
I was just thinking of blind African American singers. Okay.
You got time for one more?
Yes.
What 3 items are on the Marine emblem?
The Marine emblem.
An anchor.
Correct.
Well, that'd be one.
A flag.
No.
A sword.
No.
Boy, I don't know.
A bottle of Lucky Charm flavored beer.
Eagle, globe, and anchor.
Eagle, globe, and anchor. That gets us up to the top of the hour, and it's been KO Wednesday. Ken Odie, thank you for joining us.
Hey,
we
it was a
appreciate
pleasure.
it. Morning Coffee will be
Go
back
Mules.
tomorrow. Bill Book here tomorrow, I think.
Oh, dear.
Yes.
We'll talk a little basketball tomorrow.
We will. Take care.
The proud voice of the Fairfield Mules and the leader in southeastern Illinois sports. This is WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois, 104.9.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center in downtown Wayne City. Stop by for a rest test. 20 mattresses on display. Try their adjustable beds for maximum comfort.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. The president's former personal attorney goes before the House Oversight Committee this morning.
Based on the 20 pages of prepared remarks on the question of Russian collusion, Michael Cohen will testify that he has suspicions but no direct evidence. Cohen says his suspicions